what's up, everybody? I know I haven't been introducing myself on every single day, but if you made it this far into the vlog, my name is Jason with JTD Travel. Thank you for coming to my channel. Thank you for watching all the way to this point. We're about to get ready to head down to the Windjammer so we could eat before we get off the ship. We literally just docked at Juneau a whole hour before we were supposed to, so I'm pretty sure they're gonna keep the times the same. But if we're able to get off the ship early, we're definitely gonna take advantage of that because we do have an excursion today with the Mendenhall Glacier. So reason why I'm showing the pointing the camera at the mirror because I'm showing the fit for the day. So you know, I got my Tim's on, also khakis, polo, rain jacket. Yeah, right. That's about to come off. But yeah, so we're about to head down for lunch. I'm about to just get a cheeseburger and some fries, so I'm not gonna show you guys that. And then we're gonna head off the ship. Hopefully hit up a couple of stores before it's time for us to meet for our excursion. I'll see you guys once we get off the boat. Alright guys, we made it off the ship. We are in Juneau, Alaska, the capital of Alaska. You taking it home? Yeah, we're gonna check out the shops. Our excursion meets in about an hour, so we got time to walk Juneau, check out some shops, and then we're gonna head on to see the Mendenhall Glacier. Alright guys, so we are walking in Juneau. You can tell this is all the touristy area. Hey, what's up everybody? So we just boarded the bus to go to the Mendenhall Galcier and Gardens tour. We got a chance to walk around Juneau. I know I probably didn't capture a lot of it because it did start to pour down rain. So I had to switch out cameras to my GoPro and stuff. So I do apologize if I don't have enough content of Juneau. But when we come back off the tour, there's enough time before we get on the bus. I'll try to catch some more footage of the city. But yeah, once we get to the Mendenhall Glacier, I'll bring you guys along. All right, hey, what's up? We just got off the tour bus. We just made it to the Mendenhall Glacier, as you guys can see right there behind me. In person, you know, when you see it on camera and stuff like that, you know, that's just a glacier. But when you see it in person, like, just breathtaking. So we just got here. The tour guide said there's two options that we could do. We could either go to the visitor center and watch like an hour-long movie about the Mendenhall Glacier, or we could do the trail to the Mendenhall Glacier to Nugget Falls. That's actually what I want to do, but we have 50 minutes here because the bus driver actually wants to leave at 4:40, so yeah, 4:20. So yeah, I just want to see. I'm gonna try to do the trail so we can at least get to Nugget Falls and then head right back. All right. All right, guys, so we're gonna do Nugget Falls so we can get to the falls, which is right there by the glacier. So the bus driver said it's a mile in and a mile back, so at least we getting our exercise today. And then right up here, if you're not able to do the walk, the visitor center is right here. If you have any mobility issues, they do have an elevator to take you up to the visitor center. This is a bear trail. Bears use our trails frequently to share the trail safely with them. Give bear space to not approach or run from them. Keep food in your pack. Leash your dog and tell a ranger if you see a bear. Alright, so you can't take any food when you're walking on the trails. And then here you will see the photo point is a third of a mile round trip, and then Nugget Falls is a 2 mile round trip. Alright, so let's get to trekking. See that? Porcupine. Saw a porcupine. If that was a Alright, so yeah, nice brisk walk here in Alaska. Just taking in the views, taking in the sights, you know, looking out for more wildlife that may be perched up in the trees and stuff. But trees are very dense, and so actually seeing through the tree line, you know, through the trees and through the grass and bushes, you really can't see. So if there was any animals, bears, anything of that nature out here on the trail with us, you really can't see them. So, but back to the trail. have mobility issues, more likely this is probably not the excursion for you. Probably doing the visitor centers will probably be your best bet, because the trail is very rocky, uneven, and there's a lot of inclines and declines, okay? So just keep that in mind. But enough for me. Let's take a look at this waterfall. We haven't even looked at the glacier yet. This is awesome. All right, guys. Woo! Them falls, man. The power behind those falls is something serious. All right, now we're about to go walk out here to the inlet so we can get some good shots at the glacier. And then, what time is it? Yeah, dude, we got like literally 15 minutes to head back to the bus. But I would definitely say it, if you don't have any mobility issues and you're fine with taking a hike, definitely do the Nugget Falls trails at the Mendenhall Glacier National Park. Yeah, definitely do that. It is well worth it. Just seeing the waterfalls alone is well worth it. All right, now it's time to look at these glaciers. As you guys see the glacier over the mountain, I can say what's really sad is that you could tell that the glacier used to be further up. Like, just looking at the carvings on the side of the mountain, like you can literally see that the glacier used to be further up. So like, if it was anything before, we probably wouldn't be able to see the glacier right now without having to go all the way out. All the way up there. Alright. So I'm gonna try to find a better vantage point. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It sucks that we have global warming, that these glaciers are shrinking the way they are, and that you really can't see them in their full glory, you know. But we're gonna try to get another vantage point or head back to the visitor center so we can get some good shots from the glacier up there. But like I said, the waterfall is definitely worth it. Look at that view. All the way up from up there. And to be honest, it looks like the glacier probably came all the way out here. Yeah, this is nice. But yeah, that's the glacier, guys. We're gonna try to get another vantage point so we can see the whole entire thing.
There we go. Hello, hello. Can everybody hear me front to back?
Yes.
Fantastic. Hi, my name is Star. I will be your tour guide for the lower portion of our flower gardens tour today. First things first, if you think you need something, go ahead and grab it. The trip up and down the mountain is about an hour, with about 30 minutes in our building afterward to get coffee, to sit down, or to hang out in our gift shop. After that, your driver will bring you all back down to the bus, but it will be parked and locked until all of that is complete. So if you think you need something, go ahead and grab it. Second things second, on behalf of Steve and Cindy Bowie, our founders, I would love to thank you for choosing this destination for your vacation. And third thing is third, what we're gonna do is we're all gonna get on off the bus. We're gonna group up in this walkway area right here, and when just about everyone is off, I will walk us around that corner there and tell you about our upside down trees and how we got them. Then we will make our way around another corner and up to the loading zone, where we will get you onto those vehicles for part 2 of your tour up and around that mountain. All right? Fantastic. You guys can follow me on off now.
All right, guys, so we made it to part 2 of the excursion. We're here at the Mendenhall Gardens, I believe that's what it's called. So, and this part of the excursion also has 2 parts to it. So, yeah, enjoy. Upside down trees.
I'm just stalling for time. Alright. Looks like our walkway's just about clear there. And so, our story begins in 1984, when a landslide came down from the top of that there mountain all the way to the road you guys drove in on today. The city didn't feel like dealing with it, and so they didn't. They cleaned up the road you guys drove in on, but left everything else pretty much a mud bath for about 10 years. Then our founders, Steve and Cindy Bowie, who I mentioned on the bus, came on through and decided that this area looked perfect for the landscaping and nursery business that they wanted to start. And so they purchased about 6.5 acres of land and started to clean it on up for their business. But they realized something in the process. If one nasty landslide plowed through, a second one was extremely likely to. So they purchased 44 additional acres of land, all the way up to the 600-foot viewpoint you guys will see on your tram drive today, and started to build 5 large settling ponds all the way down the mountainside to catch all that extra water and rain and runoff before it could turn into another nasty landslide. While this was an excellent idea, in order to build these ponds, Steve had to rent an excavator, a big and expensive piece of machinery that he did not take the insurance out on, like his wife Cindy advised he probably should do. And so, on day 29 of that 30-day rental, Steve had just finished up his 5th and final settling pond and proudly wheeled that excavator on backwards without looking. He wheeled said excavator directly into a fallen tree, which tore into the body of the machine and destroyed it from the inside. Now quite angry with himself, as we all would have been in that moment, he scooped up that offending tree with a still working excavator arm and slammed it back down to watch it shatter satisfyingly into 1,000 little pieces. But it didn't. Instead, that tree stuck itself head first, directly down in the mud, with its roots dangling down, still taunting him. But as Steve looked at that upside-down tree, he realized that it reminded him of a hanging petunia basket, with the way that the roots were draped over the sides. So Steve calls his wife, apologizes for the excavator incident, and pitches the idea of our flower towers, these upside-down trees that we have all across our site today. They have all fallen naturally within our forests and then are repurposed upside down to serve as these beautiful landmarks that you see. Do we have any questions before we move on? All right. They are no longer currently alive. Yes, we replant them upside down, but they do not regrow roots or anything like that. They will eventually rot out. About every 10 years, we have to swap them out so that way they don't fall apart on people. That'd be unfortunate. I'm going to make my way to the front of the group, and when I turn to face you, you can start following me. All right, here we go. You guys can follow me on this way. Please be careful. It is quite muddy through here. Because last time it rained It rains about 240 days out of the year. That's why we are in a temporal rainforest. As we make our way around this corner, please stay tucked to the right-hand side of the walkway, because on the left-hand side of the walkway is one of those large settling ponds made by Steve himself, and I do not want anyone falling into it. Everyone else make your way into this building so that our next few vehicles can drive on through here. So pick you guys up. Right on in there for me for your safety so the vehicles don't have to dodge pedestrians. You guys have fun. That's two, which is excellent. I have two more small vehicles like that to fill up, and those seat four to a seat. Or not four to a seat, four to a cart. There we go. Be kind of hard to squeeze into one seat with four of you. And I know you're asking, you're thinking, why not the back two seats, right? Those look like the most fun. They are not. It is very steep on the way up, and you will fall off. So that's why we don't seat the back row. All right, so one of my groups of four, you are right here-ish, right? I'll get two of you guys in this seat here, and two of you guys in this seat here. Don't hit your head on that metal bar there. And then my other group of four, you can come front and center so I can see you. And then another vehicle's gonna pull through just like this one. Yep. All right. And then we'll have big vehicles coming for everyone else. You can see one of them. They are big and light, you're correct. We walked right past them. You got a good eye. Yeah, it doesn't want to do its job. lazy eye. That's okay. I think lazy eyes are cool. It makes you unique. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. I will tell you guys, don't reach out and try and touch anything.
Alrighty, my friends, my name is Noah, and I'll be your tour guide as we make our way through the magical rainforest that is the Tongas. I do want to share with you the most important rule along the way, and that is our golden rule. Please keep your hands and feet inside the vehicle at all times. This is for your safety as well as the safety of the beauty all around you. Currently, we're driving through our original landslide area. You were told a little bit about that on your way into the visitor center. Now, we're still early in the growing season, so not lots blooming out here just yet, but we do have our beautiful rhododendron. Pretty soon there'll be beautiful pink, red, purple flowers, all kinds of things out here. But right now, they're still chugging. We're still going very slow into our growing season. Now, there's not many plants out here that want you dead, not many things that will hurt you, but coming up on our left, we'll see here a beautiful, beautiful, scary looking plant. This is called our Devil's Club, sometimes called Alaskan Nightmare, or I'm sorry, Hitchhiker Nightmare, Alaskan Cactus. Now, these barks all the way up and down those stalks, as well as the tops and bottoms of those leaves as well. Those barbs get stuck in your skin. They will not be leaving that area for about a couple days to a week until they fester. So not my favorite souvenir to go home with. To your right, you'll see Steve's Rock. What's normally a cascading little waterfall is a little bit dry right now, but that's the job. That's the rock that gave me a job, and you guys a beautiful tour to behold. The one that caused all that damage to that excavator. But here to our right, we see our beautiful settling pond. Does a lot of work, these settling ponds. We have about 5 on the property. They collect all of the silt and debris that comes down the mountain, slowing down the erosion and ultimately preventing another one of those landslides. You might see some of that geotech fabric poking out underneath. That geotech fabric is laid out all along our ponds, our streams, as well as the road that we're driving on. And all of that does is help slow erosion. Very, very slowly still erodes though. And a lot of that erosion is caused from that rainfall that we get every year, changing the hillside, the way all of the wildlife interacts with our mountain. Slowly making our way up to 100 feet in elevation. 500 more feet to go and we'll get to our beautiful boardwalk. Hopefully today we're not hidden behind a cloud. We might be able to see some great views out there. Coming up to our right, you'll see our shower flower tower. Say that 3 times as fast. Critics say it's the coldest shower in the world. If anyone's feeling a little dirty. This is all gravity fed water, so there's no electric pumps used in the making. All the pipe that leads surface water over to the very top, creating that fountain. And as we venture deeper into our forest, we're now leaving that original landslide area and crawling into our Tongas. It's going to get a little bit colder as we make our way in. You might still feel that different temperatures still go slightly down as we make our way up. It's all due to that dense canopy. All of the forest obstructs about 70% of our sky. All of these plants out here are fighting for sunlight, growing as much as they can in such such heavy shade, such little sunlight. But you'll see all along the understory lots and lots of blueberries. You might see a vibrant yellow plant. This is called our skunk cabbage. And some heart-shaped plants called deer tongue lily. Both are lily family, a part of the lily family. And we don't have any skunks out here in southeast Alaska, but we do have their cabbage. They're not named after what consumes them, but they are named after that name, after the odor that they give off. During pollination and decomposition time, they give off like a skunk-like odor. Although most people say it smells like rotten eggs. I think the smell's a little misunderstood. To your left and right, you'll see some more of our flower towers. The one on the left, though, has some fungus growing on it. This is called bear's bread. Now, bears don't consume this fungus. It is as hard as the bark it grows around. It only grows on dead trees, so the trees that it's growing on are dead, no longer with us. Bears don't eat it, but native artists out here in Southeast Alaska make beautiful artwork with it. It makes for a beautiful canvas. To your left, you'll see our 5-star squirrel hotel. Beautiful, beautiful hotel. We have a lot of squirrels out here in our forest. We have red-tailed squirrels as well as northern flying squirrels, although northern flying squirrels are nocturnal. Not too many complaints, although we do hear the residents are quite nutty. But all along this area, you'll see the understory is about 70-80% blueberries. You can see those red stalks on the bushes. Those are our blueberries. We have so many different kinds of blueberries. We have oval leaf blueberries, Alaskan blueberries, low bush blueberries, lots and lots of blueberries. We also have this taller bush that grows around it, a little bit darker in nature. It's called the false azalea or the false huckleberry. It It doesn't produce any fruit, but it does produce a capsule that confuses pollinators into growing aplenty. All along the forest, you'll see lots of Balsasalia. And out here, you'll see our last of the landscape until we get to the very top of our boardwalk, our microflower towers. You can see right over the tops of them where we started to bring out our flowers to plant them over top. Now we have them in our nursery for most of the year, so when we bring them out here to plant them on these towers, they do have to have some time to acclimate to the weather. Still pretty early in the growing season, we don't want our plants to die. So we bring them out here for about 2 weeks, let them remind themselves what outside feels like, so we can plant them where they'll be the remainder of the season. Just like that, we made it to 200 feet above sea level, and if you look to your right, you'll see a nice big cliff. This cliff is a little bit concave, has a very interesting shape to it. This is what we call a wave-cut escarpment. Believe it or not, thousands of years ago, this entire area was all ocean floor. Yep, sure was. This was all beachfront property, my guys. Now this marine shale, very, very fine grained rock, you can see it's all layered up. It's all found at the very bottom of the ocean where clay can settle. You might be wondering how it got to 200 feet above sea level, and I'll tell you, my friends, actually due to something called post-isostatic rebound, which is just a fancy word for landmass rising. If you can imagine your hand pressing down on a sponge, nice and firm, as you lift your hand up, that sponge will start to rise. And that's kind of what's in place here thousands of years ago, when a nice big glacier, about 1 mile to 2 mile thick sheet of ice covered this entire area. And as that glacier receded, our land started to rise, and still does. Every year we grow about 1/4 inch above sea level. So every year I just get a little bit taller.
Done. All right, guys, we just got done with the gardens tour. Very informative. We literally just went up 600 feet on a tram, just learned about, you know, the gardens, and then also the Tongas National Rainforest. You know, once again on this Alaskan cruise, this is, I would just say, it's probably one of the best cruises I actually ever been on. And the reason why I say that is because of the relaxation, the views, the tours. Everything is just cool about this cruise. So yeah, but I'm gonna turn around so you guys can actually see the garden that I'm in right now. Hey, what's up, guys? Just made it back on the ship. I'm about to go check out the Solarium Bistro for dinner, see what their service is like, and then I gotta check the itinerary to see what stuff I signed up for. I know I wanted to see a show. I think that show was at 8 o'clock, so I'm probably gonna try to go to the 10 o'clock show. And then from there, we're just gonna chill out for the rest of the night. Had a long day, so yeah, I'll see you guys once I get seated at the Solarium Bistro. Hey, what's up, y'all? So once again, Solarium Bistro was a fail. Evidently, you gotta have reservations for that. So I am here in the buffet. I guess it's Mexican night. They got tacos, nachos, and things of that nature. So this is my dinner for tonight. Yep, I'm just gonna sit here, eat dinner, and then probably just chill out for the rest of the night. I'll see you all if I do decide to do anything else.
Alright, take a seat, take a seat, take a seat. Ladies and gentlemen, I have to wake you up there because this is a high energy, crazy game show, okay? Now it is happening at 9 o'clock, and it's a little bit early in the evening, which means there could be some of you youngins in the audience. So, Ladies and gentlemen, this is an 18 and over recommended game show, okay? If there is anyone in here that's underage, they're gonna grow up real quick, okay? You've been warned. Alright? Now, how this works, who here has seen the Crazy Quest before? Make some noise. Okay, who here has never seen the Crazy Quest? Make some noise. Okay, some of you are gonna really love it, some of you are gonna be horrified, I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell you right now. Now, this game show is crazy. It's an adult scavenger hunt that doesn't leave the room. And it can get mental. I've seen all sorts, okay? So you've been warned, people. Especially, once again, if you've got anyone that's young in the room, they're going to grow up very, very quickly. Okay, so, ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at your team, look at your team. There you go, look at your team, look at your team. These are the people that are going to be representing you this evening. Now, who do you think is going to be winning? Is it going to be team number 1? Yeah! Team number 2! Thanks for showing up, guys. I really appreciate it. What about team number 3? On team number 4. Alright, I think we are about ready to start the Crazy Quest. So, ladies and gentlemen, let me please welcome your host, your cruise director. It's Mike!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the Crazy Quest? Thank you very much. How about giving Hannah a nice round of applause back here? Thank you very much. Well, folks, we are just about ready for the Crazy Quest. I'm just going to go over some brief rules. If you guys could just take a step forward right towards your team. There we go, right towards your team. Fantastic. Welcome to the Crazy Quest. As you've seen, we have 4 teams. Each team has 2 team captains. They're all over the age of 18. 1 male captain and 1 female captain. Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready for the quest? Good luck to everybody. Here we go. So the first thing I'm after is your team number and a driver's license. Your team number and a driver's license. Shut up and drive. 1. 3. Once you show me the item, you can go back to your teams. I'm after your team number and a lanyard. A lanyard. 4, 3, 2. 1, 2. Ladies and gentlemen, this quest is nose. I'm after your team number and something that says quantum. Something that says quantum. 1, 2, 3, 4. Ladies and gentlemen, this quest is blue.
Hey guys, I just left the Crazy Quest game show. Yeah, it was crazy. I went on ahead, cut the camera when I knew it was going to start to get wild, when it was going to start asking, you know, them to trade clothes and all of that stuff. So I'm heading to the next thing, which is a stage show in the Royal Theater. So hopefully there's still some good seating left. If not, we'll find something. You know, I get a couple of shots of the show, and then after that, probably just chill out for the rest of the night. Don't really have anything planned. So also I noticed they got the Bionic Bar back up and running, so after the show I'll probably come here and get me a drink. But oh yeah, I just realized I just left my cup in 270. Alright, well, once I get in the theater, I'll bring you guys back with some flicks of the show. what's up, guys? So just left the Royal Theater. Just saw, I want to say, let me go back so I get the name of the show.
I want to go get my cup and get some.
Hold on. They changed the sign, but it was Odyssey of something. So once I get the name of the show, I would definitely tag it in here, or I'll probably say it later on in the later vlog. But very good show. If you're into percussion, instrumentalists, like it was very percussive. So a lot of people, as we're leaving the theater, is comparing it to Stomp. No, it was very original. The instruments that were used were actually made and built by the maestro. Once I get his name as well, I will also plug that in. But it was an awesome show. Once again, Royal did it with the show. So right now, they got the Bionic Bar back open, so I'm about to stop there, make me a drink, and then I probably head to the Solarium. Yep. So once I get over there, I'll show you guys, and it looked like it's closed, so we'll see once we get over there. If not, we'll definitely do the Bionic Bar tomorrow. Alright, so you gotta put in your, first you gotta scan your card, then put in your birthday year. As you see, it has my name right there. Alright, choose a drink or create a drink. I said let's do both. Excuse me, sir. I got a question.
Yes, sir.
So I'm trying to add Sprite to this drink, but it...
Yeah, so you create your own drink. So what you gonna do? Okay, let's say... Okay. So we're gonna remove this. You want order two?
Yeah, I was ordering 2 drinks.
Okay.
I was getting a drink and I was creating a drink.
Shopping. And then you go here. You're gonna get rid of everything here first.
Oh, what's that? Well, hold on.
Yes, sir. So don't worry about this Black Russian, sir. It's not gonna go with Black Russian, alright? So now you can choose right here now. Because if you go to the create a drink, it will come out here, right?
Yeah.
And then you're gonna create it, right? So supposed to be, you go here, you're gonna remove everything right there first.
Oh,
Right.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Oh, because they asked me to put like a bass and all that stuff.
Whatever is right here, when you create a drink, it's right there already. This one's recorded already. So if you put it right here, all you have to do is order. That's it. No need to change it everything.
So even if it says like, it prompted me to do like a starting bass.
I mean, sir, so this is right there already, sir, right?
Okay.
So if you put this one here, so
It's
all you have
based
to do,
already
no
drink
need to change
Okay.
everything.
Got
But
you.
If you want to create a drink, all you have to do, remove
Just-
everything, and
and
then
start from
this
here.
one is from here to
Okay. Appreciate it.
Yes, sir. One more.
Alright, so I got clarification. Alright, let's do some juice. Let's go with, ooh, I'm gonna do cranberry. Hey, what's up, guys? So, yeah, my camera went dead, so I'm picking you guys up on the phone. But I made a drink. I got an actual Bionic Bar drink, and then I created a drink called the JTD Travel Drink. So, if you're ever, I'm not sure if it's only for the Quantum of the Seas, or if it's all of Royal ships that got the Bionic Bar, that you will see that drink in there. If you see it, give it a taste, give it a try, and then come back and hit me up and let me know what you think of the drink. All right. Yeah, so once I see that it's making my drink, I'm going to record the Bionic Bar making our drinks. All right.
Okay, good, sir. picture for you, okay?
Uh-huh.
Lisa, you will be the next one, alright? After these two, so you will be the next one.
Alright, so that's the first drink I got, guys, was the Bionic tea. And then it's gonna make my actual second drink.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, now in production. Oh.
And then look like this is the JTV travel drink. Oh, yep, this is the JTV travel drink here being made. So yeah, I got two drinks being worked on at the same time.
Your cheapest card, you need to scan it for number 2 and number 4. Just scan it up.
Okay.
Up to, okay, you good.
All right, thank you. All right, so he said I just gotta scan my CPAS card. And then I get the other one. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. As y'all can see, the two drinks. All right, guys, so the blue one is a Bionic Bar drink. And this one is the JTV travel drink. Yeah, I should have got some like blue carousel or something in there because our color, JTV travel colors is blue, black, and white. But hey, it's all good. So let's go ahead and give the regular Bionic Bar drink a taste. Yeah, I'm gonna take these down to the deck, chill out there, have a sip. Oh, before I go, JTV travel drink. That's good. That is good. It is good as well. All right. Both drinks overall is good. But while I have you guys here, today was an awesome day. As you guys can see, we went to Juneau today. It was a very good day. I really enjoyed it. Waking up this morning at 5 a.m. and the first thing that I saw when I woke up this morning was an actual whale. Yeah, that really set the day. And then from there on, be able to see Dawes Glacier in all of its glory, doing the North Star, to get good views of the glacier. That was an awesome experience. From spending time in the thermal spa all the way to chilling in the jacuzzi and seeing two huge whales in the ocean. And then from there, visiting Mendenhall Galcier, Nugget Falls, doing the Glacier Gardens. I mean, today was a good day. So I'm gonna go ahead and close out this vlog here. If you made it this far in the video and you like what you've been seeing, you've been rocking with JTV Travel, go ahead and subscribe. Go ahead and comment, like, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you know the next time I'm uploading a video. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.